gone forever. Be a man. Give me fucking 5 minutes to invite you to the fucking game once we get together. Jesus. He's already got every character to level 50. He's already 100% of the game in every capacity. This guy has supposedly got a full-time job and a son, and you're telling me he was able to bitch slap us that fucking hard? But I knew that was gonna happen. It's a damn competition. You gotta be on it. But when you got real-life responsibilities, it's hard to be that fucking on it, man. He's played more than us stuck. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, okay, I had real-world responsibilities call me, but I still try to stay busy with videos and shit. And while apparently he was taking care of his fucking son and taking care of real life, he fucking didn't sleep, apparently, and got every character to 50. I mean, doing that, respect, you're on your grind, god dang, but I didn't expect to have my ass kicked quite that hard. Justin and I were worried about you when you weren't online. Didn't see his bitch at all. I'm just glad it was all good now. Thank you, Steven. I really appreciate it. I mean, the buck stops here, right? The buck stops here. It's my fault that we're kind of going up and down with the stream here lately, and I have to do better. But hey, I got an elderly grandparent. I'm the sole caretaker. Love her to death. Loyal to her to death. She's been like a mom to me. And she's still there with it mentally, but not physically. And so when shit hits the fan, that's up to me. And so that, you know, that happens.
Thank you.
And I'm not going to complain about that because I've been very blessed. But in this business, being away a little while and getting behind a little while, whew, it hurts you. I'm being such a sour puss because I just lost my bank. I apologize. It's more important than streaming, in my opinion, so keep it up, bub. Thank you, Steven. I really appreciate that. Well, if it wasn't, like, literally crisis, like, there's shit flowing up into the basement, you know, and water damage, you know how our city water is. I know you live in Lancaster now, but you know how, we'll call it Hillsville was. They haven't fixed their water treatment plant in a long time. So we had fucking turds back flowing in the drain. So it was, you know, it had to be dealt with. I just didn't expect. It fucking pisses me off that he said he wanted to play solo. When we were playing, we were going hard over that weekend, and you were there, Steven, and Ashton was there, and we were all playing together, and we were all going hard. You know, we put in like 40 hours over the fucking weekend. He didn't want to play with us. He didn't want to play with us at all. And then I come back, and he's like, yo, you need anything? He's got every character at 50. He's 100% at TVA. It is some Char shit, Adam. He's 100% at TVHM on every fucking character. He's gone. He was already pushing my buttons, regrettably. And I shouldn't have let it happen with, like, backseating and humble bragging. And I should have just appreciated him, I suppose. But it was pushing my buttons, man. It was pushing my buttons. And so he doesn't give me 5 minutes to invite him and to talk with him. And I fucking have known him for years. We've played Battleborn with him. God, we've played every game with him. I can't let this situation... That situation's over and done with. As I said, it's the bank. Getting in a foul mood because of this stupid bank. That's a nasty bug, man. That's a nasty bug. I'll be home Friday if you're going to be online. I'm trying to do a 30-day streak, so I should be online. Depending on what time I'm online. We're on day 3. That was the original goal, so yeah, hopefully. When I was still in school, our basement flooded about 4 foot. Ruined so much stuff, and it took forever to get it all fixed. Yours was really bad. Yours was really bad. Thankfully, ours just got to about foot level, but my studio's down here, and my bed is down here, and the whole thing. So it became like a fucking solid, you know, puddle. And of course, in that puddle is fucking toilet paper and shit and the whole thing. And I just stayed really on top of it, and I got it dried out. But then it became a whole other thing where we need to get new exhaust fans. I ended up having to gut the bathroom, yada, 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 yada. I'm not going to get into it. You guys don't come here to listen to me, bitch. That's not what I'm here to do.
Vault Hunter, we're tracking Typhon
to fix that bug gearbox, because that's some bullshit.
This is all quite overwhelming.
They're working on a fix like everything in the game. Oh, I'm sure they are. I just am surprised they didn't catch that one. That's a pretty bad bug. Like, most of these bugs, you just, whatever. It is what it is. Borderlands 1 was buggy at launch. Borderlands 2 was buggy at launch. You kind of, Gearbox has kind of got that reputation for having some bugs. But none of them are really bad. You know, optimization sucked. The menus were sucky. Split screen was apparently nigh unplayable. The Guardian token bug was shitty, but it didn't break the game. It didn't make it to where it's like, I had heard some people with cloud saves were losing some progress on PC, but it was a pretty rare issue. But losing your bank vault, which has now happened to a lot of people, Baru had it happen to him on stream too, that's a shitty bug. That's a shitty bug that should have been caught in Q&A. Most of my baby stuff that my parents kept, the washer and dryer, stand-up deep freezer, the heater, AC unit needed major fixtures. Thank God it wasn't the poop water. I may have just tried to burn the whole house down. Oh, that's awful, man. The city water in our town is so bad. So bad. Kyle Ellinger had the same thing happen to him, Steven. And yeah, it just creates tons of damage. And then you got to wrestle with the city to try to get them to pay for the damages. But they're going to tell you that, you know, if it's on your side of the water meter, they're not responsible for any of it, even though it's their problem because they're flushing the fucking pipes constantly trying to clean it out. Because there's so many water pressure problems, sanity problems with it. They need an injection of cash that they just can't get to fix it. And it's not like it's one mayor's problem, it's just this multi-system problem that hasn't been fixed. And so regular city folks in our town have to deal with the result of that. The city never wants to pay for the damage. They figure out a way not to have any. Right. Luckily, nothing here got ruined except for the bathroom. I didn't manage to spread all the way out to this section of the basement, but the section that it was in, it was just not the best time for that to happen, right on the top of Borderlands 3's launch. And I'll admit, I know it's really petty. But the last thing I wanted to hear about when I came back from that was how Walter had managed to level up every fucking character all the way in 100% the game. It's something that we should have been pushing to do on stream to try to get some momentum and some hustle in. And I knew I was fucking failing at that. And I knew I was gonna come back to Water having fucking done every goddamn thing. It's petty, but I'm a competitive person. But I'm excited to see your flag. I'm excited because Justin says you're not really following the meta, Steven. He says you've got a really unique build, and I'm excited to see your flak in action. He no-lifed the game, literally. He had to have. There's 168 hours in a week, and he's got 40 to 50 hours per fucking character, and the game's been out 2.5 weeks. He told me he works from 4:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's no way you're pushing a 40 plus hour work week on that tight a schedule. I need to stop. I need to stop. I just want to know how he went through the story 8 times. And quick, too. Really quick. I'm sure there's already bugs out there that we're just not aware of. Honestly, Adam, sorry about the chug, guys. I think there's bugs out there that we're not aware of, and people have already found ways to push through it really, really fast. That's my take. Because he was playing with Randy's online. He didn't want to play with us, so then he ended up playing with Randy's. So then it was our fault when we didn't want to play with him. Good thing all my shit talk will make it into the Let's Play. It's good stuff. I'm kind of a damage tank. When I do the Hunter Petri, I can deal damage, take a good amount, plus my skag is fairly strong. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I'm glad that you didn't like go directly into the meta and made your own build. That's when it's a lot more exciting. I gotta get through this TVHM so we can start doing some Slaughterdome, all of us together. I imagine it's kind of like when you played Borderlands 2 online for the first time back in the day, or Borderlands 1. Like the first person you met was somebody from Timbuktu who had like a modded shotgun and had beat the game 30,000 times and somehow had every single skill point in the tree. There's always that person. I have no idea how they exist, how they're so tech savvy, and why they just decide from that point on to live. They just live in the lobbies to kind of like infect other players to a degree. I just imagine that that's already going on. You invite randoms into your game and somehow the guy's got every stat point. He's got 2 modded weapons that both end and begin the universe, and he has, or she has, every trick in the book that will get you through the story in no time flat.
Well, you are what you eat.
Go back to work. Alright, Steven, I hope you're having a good week, man. I hope you're having a good week, and yeah, I look forward to playing with you. I want to see this flak and do some Slaughter Dome, man. Season 3, by the way, in Apex is really cool. Getting up wanting to play some of that, too.
They'll be singing songs about that one.
I also want to say that I was also like, holy shit, I'm still saying big props, like big ups that he did that. I'm going to appreciate that kind of like level of skill, and I'm not that petty to not root for people when they win. Suppose it's just jealousy then. Like, how the hell does this guy have this shit so figured out that he didn't have to worry about anything? No groceries, no mowing the lawn, no cleaning the house, no watching kids. Not stuff I'm against. I mean, shit keeps you honest. It's something to do. But it means you don't play games. This planet's good. I put some good effort into this planet.
Over here. I'm ecstatic to see you. Typhon DeLeon on his way. Waiting for you. Please, enter. I am Brass, primary steward to Typhon DeLeon.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? I think they think that that's like appropriate. Oh, that'll be good. Oh, it doesn't matter now. Shit, I got 50 free slots after having a massive collection.
I tell you to cheer up.
What do I
Honestly,
care?
It seems like this might be the most cheerful you get.
This game would have been... That's... Never mind. It would have been really dope if they would have like had the foresight to already know that people would need a huge bank. They saw that in Battleborn. They were able to put a massive backpack into Battleborn. The vault was huge. I'm sure it didn't take very much to load that stuff in, because it really was just icons and little stats, you know, and just numbers. Whereas in this, you've got a full-on like model that you have to do with textures loaded onto it, and well, not trinkets. They do that differently, of course, but you know, it saves your skin in memory somewhere. They've got these full 3D models, so it's gonna take up more memory than the Battleborn stuff, I imagine.
Typhon asked me to show you around.
What the hell? Typhon says the universe is in danger. We don't have time for a tour.
Go to hell, Grouse. Tour time. FYI, I did all the interior decorating. Nice, right? Just because you're marooned on a deadly planet doesn't mean you can't make it feel like home.
Sparrow, open your eyes. The Vault Hunter doesn't like you, and you're a
What took you so long, Vault Hunter? We got a universe to save! What? You were expecting someone less handsome? Glad you made it. Bet it was a schlep. Here's a little something for making
What
the
the
trip.
fuck's a schlep? Oh boy, thanks, Typhon. Boy, you're a real pal.
Well, it runs on iridium, so if you got some, I'm always happy to make you a gun or two. Right now, I gotta show you something. This way. Hey, Box, I'm taking the Vault Hunter to the machine. Don't let anyone inside, marijuana or otherwise.
Now's our chance to prove our
Letter says this door leads to the machine. Whatever that is.
Won't matter.
Get legendaries. That's cool.
Universe.
This laser whip's been handy. Helps me keep up with the sundown. Lasers too. By now you figured out Pandora's a planet-sized hole. Iridians called it the Great Vault or something. A long time ago, they crammed an interdimensional monstrosity in there called the Destroyer. Wasn't easy, but they did it. The Iridians sacrificed their whole civilization to lock that thing away.
Where is this little
They
bastard?
were smart, those aliens. The Iridians had a backup plan.
What the
Just
fuck?
in case someone was mashuga enough to release the Destroyer.
How'd you get back up here?
happens. Wow.
You're not up
They
here.
named it the Destroyer for a reason.
I got a friend in Freeman. He sells used cars, you know.
Behind this door is an ancient Iridian astrokinetic pulse-powered phase engine something or other. I just call it the machine. Pretty nifty. And the colors. Those Iridians
Gearbox
know
has
how
got
to
a
make
thing
an
about
entrance,
just
right?
make their eyes look funny.
This was the machine that locked
That'll
away the
really show
Destroyer
they're
the first time.
cybernetic.
And it could do it again too. But we need 4 vault keys to get in. You already got 3 of them, right?
You called it, boyo.
Her insides were lined in gold. Well, she
There you go. Just shoot it off the edge there, fucker.
was a kid. She was politely told. Pretty good.
He's running a business. Dude, just have a set place. Oh, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Pandora, my home.
Thing is just about
Eden 6. It ain't no paradise. Promethea. I found the first vault there, you know.
sunlight meets me plain. Your light is the sweetest
Wow, thanks.
boys ever seen.
Malawan set up a buttload of bases between us and the vault. This is exactly why I tried to keep Negra the Veil secret in the first place. But I guess that bird's out of its cage. You gotta get the last key. I hid it near the vault. There's a bridge that leads to the vault
Every
side.
30 iridium, huh?
Head there, and good luck with Malawan.
I'd rather just throw it offline and kill the looting some more. Damn, lost my damn Muckamuck too. I had this really good Muckamuck that had increased critical damage while my barrier was out. It's gonna make a build around. Ugh.
Good times.
Have Ballroom playtest the game. Sucks that a lot of people lost this damn thing though. A lot of people lost their bank space. And I just don't think they're gonna even recognize it. They're probably aware of it, but it's not gonna be like, shit, sorry. Let's try to make it right. Here's a bunch of like golden keys or something, even though golden keys are now junk too. Just put your game offline and go farm. How simple that is. Golden keys are shit. Or in week 2 and golden keys are shit. I know I'm becoming negative, but hey, it's the truth.
Ferocity's my middle name.
They're just like Borderlands 2 now. They only exist if you're leveling a tune and you want to fucking... They are aware, the classic line. They just want to give him purple so that blues and greens are already useless way ahead of time. So you're already done looking at loot because you just always know you have a constant supply of purples.
Please.
86 those pricks.
At least Necro DeFeo looks cool.
right. Pop it off!
We're pretty damn close to the end of the game, aren't we? I might be able to finish. It's not going to be too late. I mean, I know it's like Troy, and then I wish I could just see what chapter I was on. Might tell you right here. Oh, it doesn't. I think it's only like 2 quests, though. While you're on Necro de Feo, isn't it?
There are a lot of Malawans here. You better send them packing, Vault Hunter.
Get the new guy! Idiots.
Holy granola, what a battle! You're amazing! Ha! Take that, you putzes!
Those are just scrubs. Let's see how you square up against my elites.
My elites. Probably just committed a hate crime in 3 states. Can't even use that voice anymore.
Tearing them apart!
Ha! Back in my day, the thugs would shut down a force field instead of jumping over it. Looks like you'll have to take out the generator on the other side.
Go, Wreckers! Very much for that host, man. Much appreciated. Wreckers is a great guy. He's super creative. He's really interesting. He's the most creative guy on Twitch. He is really super creative. He's worked in the adult film industry. He's worked in the video game industry. Now he's becoming an electrician. One of my favorite people. One of the most interesting people I know. I found my favorite Borderlands 3 brands. What's that? Well, don't tell me it's the Vault. We just got done experiencing hella glitches tonight. Spent over an hour looking for a broken check marker. We fell through the map and we lost all 50 weapons in our stash. And I went on quite the rant, Wreckers, and I'll gladly go through it again about how 2K rigged the system by having the Borderlands stream team and flying a bunch of chosen YouTubers, chosen streamers out to all these different events so they can get a bunch of footage all ahead of time. Giving them the inside track on just how exactly the data works in the game, how the math works in the game, giving them ideas for videos in the game. They've already rigged it against us. I showed how that Doomslayer video, suddenly a much larger YouTuber made almost an identical video to us.
He destroyed the bridge. What a schmendrick. Don't worry, there's another way to vault.
So we lost every fucking item in our stash. So all the fucking build videos I had scripted in my head that I thought would help set us apart
Nice to have some company
are fucking gone. They're fucking gone. Doll, yeah, dude, Doll is amazing in this one. Doll was always terrible, and now they're actually really good.
I had to get real creative
It's nice.
to survive here. You want to hear my secret? Get this. I'm really smart. I always say smart's good. Small's good too.
Typhon de
You can
Leon
fit in
is
places,
Wilso.
And ugly's the
Is Wilso. Leo!
best. People don't want to look at you. Perfect for sneaking. If I do my share of sneaking, since Malawan showed up, I've been
I'm enjoying my bitter whining, okay? Sometimes whining is fun, and I'm enjoying it. This is an opportunity to build an even better stash. And I'm sure it's just serendipity. So let's keep rocking and rolling. What Doll SMG did you get on Borderlands tonight, Wreckers? Yeah, I went on this long spiel Put a lot of pathos into it. Ethos, ethics, logos, logic, pathos, emotion, pathos. Put a lot of pathos in it. Talked about how last week and the week before that we weren't able to stream. I was just making YouTube videos because the basement down here flooded up with water, poop water, sewage water, backfilled. Had to gut the bathroom, etc., etc. I went into it, cleaning it up, drying it up, all this. And I'm the one's got to make the call. The one's got to step up. Grandma's 85. It's on me. When I came back, we had water, every character, 100%. But I'd managed to get some vids, some filming, some farming in. That's where we put our time in last couple weeks. What little time we had, it's all gone. It's all gone. But no quitters. Now we build an even better stash. I'll be over this by tomorrow, guys. I'll be done bitching by tomorrow. Right now, I'm just enjoying it. Remember that sorrow is a form of joy. And I'm enjoying my sorrow.
Didn't anyone teach you how to fight?
Said a lot of my friends list on Borderlands 3 stopped playing the game. Yeah, they stopped playing the game because of the same shit we talk about, Adam. The end game is just way too shallow right now. It's way too shallow. There's nothing to drive the progression, which is why we have this idea. We can at least get those kinds of videos. And there are 3 things I need to add to the game right now. More backpack and inventory space with a stable vault. Doesn't fuck up if you go offline or online or fall through the map. We need raid bosses. At least one raid boss, ASAP, with pearls and effervescence attached to them. Proving ground, slaughter dome, etc. Need set gear attached to them that you farm just to get their gear. That's really good, well worth. Also challenging to get, requires really good play, really good shooting. I want to see gear sets. I want to see some new rarities in here. This game, I think, in many ways, is too generous. And it's going to be so fucking hard to balance because it's both not generous enough and too generous. But the sake that we're here at level 50 and we're playing a very similar style of game that we were playing in UVHM. Not that the math is good, the scaling is much better, of course, but we've pretty much already got our guns, pretty much already got our build set outside of bugs ruining those builds. And nerfs, of course. But you're down to a point where they're not giving you any legendaries, but it doesn't matter, the legendaries are mostly junk anyways, you're just looking for anointed, which is working. That's one of the parts of this game that is working right now. You want to really hunt for those anointed loots.
It's got great vantage. Its vantage is my greatest advantage.
If you get it anointed, Becca.
Show me what you
Pretty
got,
sure it's got
little
set
boy.
rules. It needs a chase. It needs a hunt. It needs challenge. It needs to have great drop rates, but those great drop rates need to be the result of going through activities that are hard to do, and it becomes easier to do those activities as you start to garner that loot. Gameplay loop is off. The endgame loop is largely unsatisfying. You're already at the level cap in normal mode. You're already done. Love the game. Love the game. But as a fan, can't not admit that it's got a shallow endgame right now that's not going to hold people. It's already not holding people. It's holding the hardcore. It's holding the fans. You know. And they're going to do it because they love it. But in general, there's a war brewing between this game and Destiny. And Destiny's got the fucking casino experts, behavioral psychologists ready to help people play. And that's why when everybody plays Destiny, they're like this. They're just like, they're back on it. Oh. It's all down to an optimization. It's behavioral psychology. Oh. They're playing Borderlands. I look at their faces, they're like this. For the first playthrough, they're like this. Oh, a purple. Ooh, a green. Ooh, I'm going to try that out. Ooh, a piece of candy. Oh, a new gear mod. I'm going to build around that. Oh, hey, look at this. A new shield. I'm going to try that out. And then they get to level 50 and they're in TVHM and they're doing quests for XP they can't use anymore. And it takes 350,000 XP just to get a Guardian rank so that you can get 0.0001% of any kind of stat. And they're like this. You know what I'm saying? Let's clip it. Let's make sure we never get on the Borderlands stream team. It's very important. I'm already pissed about the fucking vault thing. I had not spoken up at all that I thought that they had really rigged it more hardcore than I've ever seen 2K rig it before. More rigged than what we had to deal with in Battleborn when we were not a part of the community. Remember, Adam, how you and I streamed Battleborn for fucking thousands of hours? You were a competitive player. I streamed that game like every fucking day. You and I were putting in over 40 hours a week playing that game. And yet you and I were not considered members of the community. Ashton was not considered a member of the community. Something was not considered a member of the community. No Xbox people were considered members of the community. That one fucking guy with a mental illness and some guy out of the fucking clear blue sky had no idea who Whiskey Tango Foxtrot was, and Stealth Shampoo hadn't played the game in like fucking year. They were the community, not us. Well, that shit's even more hardcore in this game. Now we're officially morning after kill. We will never be in with the elite. And I like it that way, honestly. It's better that way. I become ruined. I become a bad person if I get in with the clique. I'm always at my best when I'm outside the clique. Because it keeps me hungry and humble. And so I'm glad that we're not a part of... Well, at least I'm glad I'm not a part of the damn clique. And that means we also get to call a spade a spade. They rigged it. They rigged it. You're not in the club, say you're a YouTuber especially, you're already 2 weeks behind on videos, 2 weeks behind on guides, 2 weeks behind on info, and you don't have the inside track on the numbers, so you can't give the information you need to give. If you got a review code for 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time and you're a YouTuber, you fucking got such a head start that it's impossible for the other ones to do anything about it. I'm primarily a streamer, not a YouTuber, so that is what it is. You just know you can't get in with them. I mean, maybe you could. Not talking this way is going to get in with you, but they give you quite the uphill battle because it's an old boys club, largely speaking. Not that it's all boys, of course it's not, but you know, the sort of saying, the general gist of the saying. Remember when the community played with devs and none of them played the actual fucking game? No, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That was horseshit. That was horseshit. That actually hurt. That actually hurt. Because it was two things. One, it was arrogant. And I don't think Gearbox did it. I think 2K did it. They were all 2K contract people. And the thing is that Battleborn was down to a grassroots community, and that's who it needed to stick by and try to build along. Needed to try to build that group up with them, right beside them. Because that's who was still going to be left when a year or two had passed. So keep those people around and start building from there. They did it again when the game went free to play. They hired a bunch of people you'd never seen in your entire fucking life, and they played the game and they looked like this. Just fucking miserable. Whereas when we would play, we'd be like, fucking go left, I gotta go. You got Amari? Oh, I got a fucking Amari. Oh, my Miko's coming in, Oscar Mike, I'm gonna fucking Jesus, I'm fucking my piece of shit. We just go all out. We'd go all out. Get tournaments coming up! Tournaments coming up! Tournaments! Kelvin's banned! Perma-ban! Oh, they didn't want us. They didn't want us. They killed out, they just completely got rid of the passionate people. And that's the situation here. You really think, let's be real, let's have some real talk. Twitch TOS or not, we'll see you on damn Mixer. Let's have some real talk. Do you, honest to God, think that Baru and Gathalion still are fucking passionate about Borderlands and the way that they're passionate about other games? The way that, I mean, God's community is largely Destiny. They've done